Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading. It's been a little minute since I've done this, so I'm gonna have to get back into my little groove of things. I'm sorry I missed your January reading, so I decided I would start February with Aquarius and Pisces and then see if I make it back around again to do a second reading for you. Just a quick reminder before we get into the energy of your reading. I read, let's see if I can remember my little spiel. I read energy, not gender. That means I read feminine or masculine energy. If you're in your feminine energy, then that means that you're in a nurturing, receiving sort of energy. If you're in your masculine energy, you're in more of a taking action and giving sort of energy. We all have both masculine and feminine energies. That means that anyone can come up as a king, queen, prince, princess, page, knight, emperor, empress. It just depends on the energy of that particular person as it pertains to this situation. As I read for you today, I'll read it as a love story just because that's how it's going to pertain to most people. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is a love story. This can pertain to friends, family, co-workers, business deals, real estate deals, politics, however it is that that you understand it. Just enjoy it from that perspective. What else? Energy is fluid, so you can show up as anybody here in the reading. Even if I say, hey Aquarius, why are you doing that? It might be somebody else that's just showing up in a different position for you since energy is fluid. So, well, gosh, that was a lot of talking all at once. I don't know that I've done that for a while. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the energy of your reading. Can I please get the situation for Aquarius? So it's coming out pretty obvious what's going on for Aquarius right now. It looks as though there's a situation that you just really have understanding and knowing that you need to reconsider that's going on in your life right now. It may be a situation where you've grown apart from a person or a situation, a job, whatever it is, that time has passed and that you're recognizing that you're no longer, I don't know, in sync with this relationship, situation, job, whatever it is, that it's just not what you want any longer. And I think for some of you, you begin to look at different possibilities to make you happy, for looking for something new that you love, be it a new relationship, a new situation, a new place to live, a new job, whatever it is. And I think for a lot of you, you understand that if you don't let go of this situation, it's going to get bad. And I think a lot of you, it's at a place right now where it's not really bad, where it hasn't turned into something that's really traumatic. I think that right now, for many of you, that there's an understanding of what the situation is before it's gotten to a really bad place. And because it hasn't gotten to a really bad place yet, there's a lot of guilt that's associated with wanting to end this situation. So that seems like it would be very hard. There's an understanding that you or both parties have that there's nothing more to be gained from this situation, and that your victory really lies with starting again, starting anew in a different situation. For those of you that are feeling, if you're on the receiving end of this news, please try to not feel as though this is rejection, because it's not. This doesn't look like anybody's really done anything wrong. It just looks like people that have grown apart from each other, or a situation that just isn't working any longer, and not because of anything horrible that's happened. The only thing I can see here that might be an issue, please tell me about the situation for Aquarius, please. The only thing I can see that might be an issue here for some people is that there is a level of concern about a lack of maturity in some area. One person might be more immature than another, or someone might have just outgrown a position, not feeling challenged, not feeling equal to in some way. That's the only thing that I can really see here. But it looks like there was a lot of love and appreciation for whatever this situation is. There was great purpose in this for those of you that find yourselves resonating with this reading. I think it's been a very educating experience for you as it pertains to emotional maturity. And with that understanding, it's brought on a lot of healing for you, or you can still be in that healing process, a sort of enlightenment process for a lot of you, regardless of how the situation turns out. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Some of the cards have already fallen. For the situation that I have for you, Aquarius, or not, I'm sorry, not the situation, how you're feeling about the situation, we got the Tower and the Four of Swords. And the Tower is an event that changes things. It's a lot of times something that we don't see coming, you know, something that changes everything. You know, after this Tower moment, nothing is the same. And then we have the Four of Swords, which is this a time of reflection, of healing, of just taking that time out to really think about what's happened, to kind of get it together again, to put things into perspective. But it's sort of a emotional, mental time out that you're feeling is necessary after this situation. And then for the next, for the actual situation, what we have is the Five of Swords in reverse. The Five of Swords upright, to me as a reader, and different readers interpret it different ways. When I look at the Five of Swords, I see somebody that is recognizing this is a pointless fight, that they're just like, there's no purpose in putting any energy into this because you're not going to win. There's no win for you, so why would you dull your blade? Why would you exert yourself on something where there's no win? So it's recognizing that and walking away. And the situation here is in reverse, where there is a recognition that this isn't going to work, that whatever this is isn't going to work, and that a lot of you are not heeding that, or did not heed that, and continue to try to win a fruitless battle. And going along with that, we have the Four of Cups, which is regretting that, regretting not allowing something to end better. We'll see what comes out next, but right now what I'm picking up on is, you know, this Tower moment coming in, this need to heal, this need to recover, and a regret that you tried to make something work that you've known for a while isn't going to work. What is the obstacle concerning the situation, please? What is the obstacle concerning the situation for Aquarius? A lot of confusion. There is a lot of love here. There's a lot of love here. Whether or not the situation, you know, works out, it's not for a lack of emotion or a lack of caring. I want to say this. There's definitely a lack of truth being spoken, or if truth was spoken, the person that it was being spoken to refusing to hear it. So either truth wasn't being communicated in this situation, you know, which created confusion, or if somebody was, you know, expressing themselves, the person that was receiving the message just didn't want to hear it. What is the obstacle here, please? My chest feels so tight. Like this just doesn't feel good. What is the obstacle here concerning this situation for Aquarius, please? Temperance, spell out. Temperance is an energy of the correct timing. It's healing. It's bringing things into balance. One of the obstacles can be too much drinking. Not really paying attention to what you need to pay attention to, I think. And then we have Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Cups that are coming out. Confusion about what the right thing to do is. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not sensing a lot of hostility here. I'm not sensing ugliness or fighting or anything like that. It just is a situation where if this is a relationship, it's not in alignment. It's not, maybe there's a lack of passion here, or maybe it's just people that are on two different wavelengths. You know, neither wavelength is wrong, they're just not the same. What is the energy that Spirit would like for Aquarius to use to overcome this obstacle? I think the reason why, you know, if this is what you did, if you knew that this was a fruitless battle and you still tried to stay in it, you know, even if you ended up regretting it, I think you may have done that because you didn't know what else to do. You know, and that's where this comes in. You know, temperance is knowing the right time, the right place, the right, you know, whatever to do something. But then we've got confusion. So confusion about, you know, the right thing to do. What's the right thing to do? Wheel of Fortune. So there was just a lot of confusion about, you know, well, what am I supposed to do? So there's not any malice here that I'm picking up on. What is the energy that Spirit would like Aquarius to embrace to overcome this obstacle, please? We have King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is very, you know, the Emperor is the daddy, but so is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is very stable. He knows the right thing to do. He's a good provider. Knows how to create stability. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Both of these are Taurus energy. The Six of Pentacles upright to me is bringing things into balance. It's a giving and receiving. It's a giving and receiving relationship. Let me just look at them for a minute. So the energy to embrace is to realize the imbalance. If you look at this King of Pentacles, as he's sitting here, you know, watching the Six of Pentacles, he's watching it and, you know, realizing that there's a need for balance. And I don't think that's been the situation in this relationship or situation. And again, I'm not seeing anything to where it's, I've yet to see anything that's showing anybody intentionally hurt anyone. It's more just two people on two different paths. You know, even if at some point they were on the same path, it doesn't seem like that's the case any longer. And then as I'm continuing to read the rest of this, we have the Queen of Wands and Death. that comes out. So there may be a fire sign that's involved in the situation, a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it's the end to that cycle with that person. So that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, and then at the bottom of the deck, Justice. That's what's supposed to happen. That ending this situation is what's going to bring balance for both parties, I think. For both parties. So let's go ahead and get some advice for you, Aquarius, and see what we can leave you with after this reading. I know this wasn't one of the most fun readings, but if it resonates with you, then you know, you can let it be confirmation for, you know, whatever it is that you've been going through right now. And, you know, energy is ever changing. You know, the energy today can, you know, be different tomorrow, but that's where it is at the moment for you. So we've got fertility, and at the bottom of the deck, we've got strength. So fertility and strength. Fertility talks about growth. It talks about something new. It talks about, you know, new beginnings, which is, you know, one of the ideas that we had here early on with the energy oracles that I pulled prior to beginning the reading. So it's talking about that new growth, that when you have the strength to do that, that new growth comes in for you. And it's also Leo energy, so there might be a Leo that's involved here for you that might help you to, you know, grow in a relationship with a Leo, if that's something that you can see happening once the situation is put to rest. But at any rate, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. If this reading resonated with you and you'd like to schedule a personal reading, you can do that with me at thislittlelighthealing.com. And I appreciate your time. Have a good night.